Hey, Ted here. I'm working on my John Deere L120. It's an older rider, and problem is that the fuel system keeps on gunking up the carburetor. So I've took the tank out, cleaned it out, put all new fuel lines in it, and still having issues. So whatever you're putting in the tank obviously isn't filtered enough. I have an inline filter on it, but I found another filter idea, kind of like in a boat. So let's take a look. All right, so the space that I'm looking at here, I'll back out just a little bit, is over on, the left side of the mower. There's the bracket that holds the battery in place if you have something like this. So there's an area right in here, and I found a fuel filter on Amazon. Looks like it's going to fit perfect. Looks like this, just a real small fuel water separator, a small diameter, and it takes this almost like a Raycor R12T filter. So it has some really good filtration. It's got a nice canister here. You can see if it's got phase separation in the fuel. And just so happens I measured it out and drilled the holes already, and it's going to fit right here. I had to put get a 90 for the fuel to come into it, so it doesn't hit the block. It's going to be about a quarter of an inch away, and then the straight fitting, the fuel line that comes up through the floor, will go around the corner. So basically fuel is coming up, the fuel line that I replaced comes up, goes around the corner. So I'm just going to cut it, put one end on that 90, and the other end goes to the carburetor. Nice. Plenty of room. Put a little oil on the filter, and we are ready to go. And now we get the true test if we can put the filter on. And look at that. It's like perfect. Now the only thing I want to make sure is it doesn't touch the housing over here. And it is going to rub up here, so I'm going to take and I'm going to bend this metal in a little bit. Alright, so what I did was right here, it was the metal was just touching the housing, so what I did was took a block of wood and a hammer, and I just tapped that, and I made that bow in a little bit, and now I've got perfect clearance for that filter. There we go. So all installed, got a nice new fuel water separator in here on this old tractor. Shouldn't have fuel problems anymore. I got a drain right here, which is nice. I can took a little hose up down at the bottom. I'll show you. So you can see that I had to bend the metal in a little bit. Just took a block of wood and a hammer and tapped on that and bowed the metal in a little bit to clear it. That looks pretty good there. Give you a little close up on that. Got nice clearance. Nice down on the bottom. I've got the drain right here, so I can reach in here and put a hose on it and drain any water that comes out of it. So pretty good installation came out. I like it. So the fuel line just misses the block back there, you can see. Got plenty of room in there behind it. Other fuel line, this fuel line's really tight on these barb fittings. I was going to use hose clamps, but I just went with tie wraps, and these are the tie wraps that are actually curved on the bottom. They're marine tie wraps. You can get under there, I can take the drain, I can drain the fuel out, Get a wrench in here real easy, take the filter off. Super. I'm liking it. So it's perfect for this size.